Hello, everyone, tonight. I'm sorry I'm late. I'm usually on at 8 o'clock, but I'm on now because I had to get my son to the back to school night. So we're home now, safe and sound, lots of rain, but we got to do what we have to do. And I wanted to talk to you all tonight about a subject that has been bothering me and apparently other people as well, because they had suggested that I talk about this topic. I'm going to read it to you. First, the topic title is, have you ever been told by a man that they are afraid of your drive? Have you ever been told by a man that they are afraid of your drive? What does that mean? Well, at first, because of the woman that I am and the woman that I'm sure many of you are, because you're caretakers by trade. We were just born to be caretakers in most situations as a female. First thing you think about, maybe I need to push back. Maybe I don't need to work so hard. Maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I need to not be as driven as I am. Maybe I'm not giving him enough of my attention, enough of my time. But when you really think about it, if someone tells you, I'm afraid of you because of your drive, you don't need to look inward. You need to ask some questions of this man, because has it ever occurred to you that God has given you your drive? Has it ever occurred to you that you are who you are for a purpose that's bigger than you? Has it ever occurred to you, before you get upset, before you decide to pull back of what God has blessed you with, has it ever occurred to you that just perhaps maybe the person in your life is not the person that should be in your life, because he should not be afraid of your drive? And if he's not in a position to support you in your drive, then perhaps he's just not the one for you. Now, I talked to a male friend of mine, a new male friend of mine. Hey, we got to do what we got to do. And I was very impressed with him. I like him a lot between us. And he asked me what was my topic tonight. He doesn't deal with social media. So instead of telling him, I showed him the questions. Now, I didn't ask him to answer my questions, because the questions are for you and for our listeners tonight, our viewers. But here's my first question. Who does that? The answer he gave me was a man that doubts himself. I like that answer. Thank you, cuz. A man that doubts himself. So if you've been told, hey, I want to go further in this relationship with you, but I don't know. You got too much in you. I'm afraid of you. It's a little overwhelming. Do you think something is wrong with you if somebody says that to you? That you're a little bit overwhelming? That sounds like a complaint. But do you receive that as a complaint? See, a lot of times when men talk to us and they blurt out these suggestions or opinions to us, they're really telling us, you're too much for me. You are too much for me. So sadly, a lot of us will receive that as, oh, don't be so much. Step back. Oh, don't go to church and sign up for this thing you were gonna do. Pull back from that. You doing too much. Don't try to get that other job, because then you'll be away from home a little bit too much. But ain't nobody home but you. He living somewhere else, and you're allowing this person to really dictate to you what you were supposed to be doing when God has you all mapped out. And if you stop doing what you're doing to appease somebody who really is not up to your level, why are you doing that? We have to start thinking about, why is he telling me this? What is he really saying? But we don't do that. We always hold up the mirror to ourselves and receive it and act accordingly to what he says we should do. And that may not necessarily be what you should do. We have to start thinking about ourselves. One of my other friends told me tonight, we don't have a lot of time. That's frightening. I'm 56 years old. I'm not good in math. He did the numbers. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a discussion on that, because he gave me the numbers and he said, Tanya, at your age, you really have about 6,000 more days. I think he put it like that. And I said, you mean not even 10,000? And he didn't frighten me, because we were talking about our time. I already knew that time is of the essence and we need to do what we need to do. But for a man to tell a woman, you doing too much. I'm afraid of your drive. Why are you doing so much? Where do I fit in this? You fit in where you want to fit in, or you don't have to fit in at all. But you don't ask a woman, where do you fit in? Because if he has to ask you, he don't even know where he needs to fit in. So apparently he doesn't think high enough of himself to even be with you. And we're always spending time trying to make somebody fit in when they don't even feel like they belong in. So imagine the work that takes place when a woman spends all her extra time trying to fit in somebody who doesn't even fit. Can you imagine the work that entails? So my friend said, to the first question, my first question